We are looking at your free response 3 assignment due next Sunday, April 29th. So you'll have a week to do it. So let's get started. So this is what the assignment looks like. And your first question is showing you a graph. And we're told that this shows the cost and revenue curves for a bridge to a popular island. Now, before we go any further, let's just look at this curve, or this graph, and let's think about what kind of market structure are we looking at. Well, we have a downward sloping demand curve, and we have a downward sloping marginal revenue curve that's steeper or below the demand. So, and we also know that this is a bridge, and it may be the only bridge. And if it is the only bridge, then we can certainly call this a monopoly. If it's one of only a few bridges, you could probably classify this as a monopolistic competitor. But either way, we know that we're going to determine price and output. Well, if this firm wants to, if the owners of this bridge wants to maximize their profit, they're going to look at where marginal revenue equals marginal cost, and they're going to set their output there, and then go up from there to the demand curve to find price. So, so in this graph, the price is the cost of the toll, and the quantity are the let's see. And the output, the quantity, is the numbers of cars that cross the bridge each day. So the first thing we want to do is we want to look at where this, if a private firm owns this bridge, where do they maximize their profits? What is the output in the price? So we can, let's just jump over here, and I've got a better drawing of it right here. Well, we can just go. Now, let's back up. The important thing here, and why this is probably different from most graphs you've seen before, is that marginal cost, okay, it's over here. Marginal cost is zero. So in other words, the cost of another car traveling across the bridge is nothing. It doesn't cost anything, which is you would typically only see a marginal cost of zero in transportation economics, and it's fairly unique. But anyway, the marginal cost is this curve right here. It's zero. So in order to see where this firm is going to maximize profit, we want to look where marginal cost equals marginal revenue, which is right here, and an output of Q2. And then we move up from there to the demand curve to find a price of $7. That would be the toll for one car to go across the bridge. So a Q2 and 7, okay, dollars. All right. So that is part A. Now, part B, and actually let me make this a little bit bigger, so we can see it better. Okay, part B. Now assume that the municipality owns the bridge, so the city or the village, or the local government owns the bridge, and they're going to set the price to achieve allocative efficiency. So we want to look on the diagram again and determine where the outputted price would be. So let's jump back over here. Now we know that in order to achieve allocative, misspelled, no, I'm going to fix that. In order to achieve allocative efficiency, we want to find the output where marginal cost equals marginal social benefit or demand, right? This is also a demand. Okay, so let's go down and let's find where that is. And that's going to be right here. Because once again, marginal cost is zero, and if this was set up to where the market would achieve allocative efficiency or the socially optimum level, it's going to be where marginal cost equals marginal social demand, and that's going to be at an output of Q4 and a price of 0. So that's what makes this model or this market structure a bit unique. So that's where they're going to be at their socially optimum point, or their allocative efficient point right here. Okay, the Q4 for the output and 0 for the price. All right, so now C, at a price of $1, is the municipality's accounting profit positive, negative, or 0? Explain that. Okay, so if we go back to our graph and look at a price of $1, we would see that we would be sitting right here, so that we would have a price exactly equal to the average total cost. So our total revenue, let me grab here, would be right here, but total revenue would also be total cost. So total revenue would equal total cost, so you would have 0 economic profit. Okay, so but the question is asking about accounting profit. So you should know, without really thinking a whole lot about this, is that if the firm is making 0 economic profit, they're going to have to be making some positive accounting profit. But we can easily show that mathematically, because a total cost here is always equal to explicit cost plus implicit cost. And so at a price of $1, total revenue equals total cost, so the firm earns 0 economic profit. Now, we also know that economic profit equals total revenue minus explicit cost plus implicit cost. So if economic profit is 0, then these two have to equal each other. Then total revenue has to equal explicit cost plus implicit cost. So total revenue has to be greater than explicit cost, because explicit cost on its own. And now that's also assuming that there is some type of implicit cost over 0. Okay. Now, so if that is true, and accounting profit equals total revenue minus only explicit cost, so accounting cost has to be greater than 0, because if a total revenue is greater than only explicit cost, then this expression right here, total revenue, which is higher than this, than explicit cost, this expression is going to be positive or greater than 0. So that's how we know that accounting profit is greater than 0 or is positive. And the short answer is, if you're sitting right here where price equals average total cost, that tells us that we are earning zero economic profit, and when a firm earns 0 economic profit, they typically earn positive accounting profit. Okay, let's see, how far are we in this now? We're through with D, right? No, we're not. So actually, I'm going to end this video now and come back and talk about D, E, and F. Okay.